can walk into any room and know that you are that girl. If you ever needed a video where you could learn how to follow your own femininity through love, through heartbreak, through self-discovery, and you find in life that you're holding your breath, waiting for that opportunity of validation and peace, and that moment to exhale, this is your video. I'm so excited about this video. I'm Kimbra, I'm a slow living creator. I have a background in filmmaking, but on this side of the internet, I like to take you through baking, thrifting, cottagecore aesthetic videos so that you can have a cozy place to find inspiration so that you can live a life of peace and intention. I was too young to really know what this was about, but I mentioned it a little bit in the intro. It was just that relief of holding on to the weight of the world. And when you lean into your feminine energy, you no longer have to do that. And I'm going to be discussing 4 different archetypes of your feminine energy, and it reflects the 4 women in the movie Waiting to Exhale. It was a book, later became a movie. Let's go ahead and dive right into the first archetype of a feminine woman. So the first archetype of a feminine woman is just a cozy moment or feeling, and being cozy can allow you to be grounded. This archetype will allow you to create a home of peace. This can be cultivated through slowness and groundedness, mindful journaling, meditations, reading of scripture will definitely help you to align and make you feel cozy. Get out into nature, cook in season. These are all things that are part of my ultimate cottagecore guide to slow living. The person that resonates within that cozy aesthetic is Bernadine. So this character here, she has the characteristics of being nurturing and is connected to creating a loving home. But you will see in this movie, her man did her wrong. And so she set it off completely. Bernadine is the cozy archetype. This archetype connects with the advocate in the guide. So I have a quiz that breaks down what type of person you are to help you with your journey. And this one, the cozy archetype, parallels with the advocate. The next archetype or feminine energy that we're going to talk about is being sexy. So some people have this naturally, some people have to work at it, but it really is just how you feel empowered. And a lot of times we can feel empowered by the clothes that we wear, the perfume that we put on, the blush that we make up our face with. It doesn't mean that you're wearing more clothes or less clothes. It just simply means that you are confident and empowered. I like to use the scripture from Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon in the Bible is basically a love letter between lovers, and it's very beautiful and it's very sensual. Solomon is basically saying, you know, how beautiful and pleasant are you? And so if I were to parallel the archetype of sexy to the women in Waiting to Exhale, it would be Robin. She is so beautiful in this film. She's very sensual and in tune with herself and very confident, just very much bombshell type of personality. She's bold, she's confident, she's unapologetic, and she embraces her sensuality very well. That is the sexy archetype. I would parallel this to the creator. If you look in music and film, sensuality is the thing that it's very much a part of the human experience. There's nothing wrong with being sensual and sexual and embracing your sexuality. The more we do that, we empower ourselves, and it's not for particularly the male gaze, but to empower yourself as a woman. That's why I wanted to title this video along the lines of following your own femininity, because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Your journey of femininity can look a lot different from someone else's. It's all about how you feel special and important and empowered. So you go do you, whatever you need to do to feel feminine, you do that. But this one is sexy. Next one we want to talk about is the characteristic of being witty. Now this doesn't come quite natural to me, but I do love to laugh. I think that this is an awesome way to lean into your femininity, is by not taking everything so seriously. Like when you smile, it's very welcoming, and I'm not saying go around and smiling at everyone. Comedians are very smart and are wonderful storytellers. You have to be the owner of your own stories. Along with being witty, another sub-tip of that is to be a good listener. That will come in handy when you are interacting and networking and meeting new people. A lot about leaning into your feminine energy is about not isolating yourself, but getting to know people so that you can begin to know yourself more. Being witty is always awesome in a social environment. I'm not saying like be the class clown or tell old jokes, but just have a zeal for life and have a joy for who you are and how you're presenting yourself to the world in a lighthearted and fun way. So the character in Waiting to Exhale has the witty element or character about her would be Gloria. She's a great cook. She's a beautician as well. Beauticians, they know all the tea. They know all the tea, and you kind of have to be quick on your feet when you're listening, and that's why I said good listeners. A lot of times beauticians are good listeners. So it's like when you're witty and you're wise, in the scripture it says none of your adversaries will be able to like overtake you. She's a great problem solver. I feel like if you are a cosmetologist, you do have to be a great problem solver. In the guide, the witty parallels to the thinker. And the last one we're gonna get into, the last archetype of a feminine woman, is being classy. The character that demonstrates this, lastly, is Savannah. So this Savannah was played by Whitney Houston, and she's the lead of the story. In this film, she's a producer for a television show. So that is indicative of the character of being a leader. Savannah is ambitious. She just moved to a different city. So said all that to say, in your journey to follow your own femininity, being classy, very independent, very polished. When you're a leader, when you're classy, when you put that on, you know that you are going to enter a room with your head held high, your shoulders back, and you are that girl. Like you are that girl. Like being classy is timeless, and you can walk into any room and know that you are that girl. No matter if you're dealing with millionaires, billionaires, housewives, athletes, scientists, professors, you walk into that room, you own who you are, and you have a sense of grace about you. That is femininity. Being the author of your own narrative, walk in that room with your head held high and close the deal. Like, get what you deserve is basically what I see when I think about what a leader does. And you're also inspiring others. So that is my video on femininity. We've got cozy, we've got sexy, we've got witty, and we've got classy. You can be all of these archetypes, all of these things. I believe I encompass all of them. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you feel most comfortable in what brings you joy and what can allow you to exhale. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've liked it, give me a thumbs up, share your experience in the comments, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. And remember, take time to smell the flowers.